What's up? So today I want to talk about how Hindus recently on bestscore.fun posted some videos of them absolutely destroying Muslims' ball sacks. And as funny as I think it might seem, I know it's evil. I know it's wrong. That's not manly. It's very unmanly to do something like that. It's more demon-like. It's demon-like. There's much better ways to kill somebody. And I get, like, they're trying to rape people. They're trying to have as many kids as possible. They'll rape your mom. They'll rape your daughter in the same bed at the same time. And I get, you want their balls off. But, like, there's better ways to do it. There's better ways to do it. You could tie them down. You could... I'm not giving you advice. I'm not trying to give anybody advice. I'm just for educational purposes, I'm trying to explain the better ways that they could have handled it instead. They could have brought him to a hospital. They could have tied him down to a bed. They could have surgically removed it after giving him medicine so he wouldn't feel it. What I saw was absolutely traumatizing. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. No man should ever have to go through that. It was horribly excruciating. The pain that this man must have went through. The first one, they cut it off with a knife, and then the other one, a different video I saw, it was a dog. It makes me think there's probably millions of occasions, there's probably millions of situations where this has happened. And I think it's wrong. I want to call it out so maybe it can stop. There's a better way to handle it. There's always a better way to kill someone. There's always a better way to do a sex change on someone. You don't have to do it the most evil, gruesome way imaginable. I'm trying to help people not do it not do anything at all. But if you're going to do something, don't do it the evil way. There are better ways to do it. I could imagine some Hindu doctor out there agreeing with me, but he can't admit it. Obviously, that would be like psychotic, and he could get in trouble or get fired, or at the very least, people won't trust him and won't want him to be his doctor. But I could maybe think of a few faces, and they'd maybe agree. Some of these men are so dangerous. They are incredibly extremist terrorists. They are hypocrites. They don't practice what they preach. They're against their own religion. They're basically like Satanists who pretend to be Muslim. And they go to India, they rape people, they rob people, they beat people, they drug people, they poison people, they kill people. And what do you expect is going to happen? They're going to have a dog rip somebody's balls off. And it's horrible. It's horrible. There's better ways to handle it. There's better ways to get revenge. There's better ways to stop these extremists. There's better ways. If you're going to turn them into a woman, there's a better way to do it. There's a better way to do it. What I saw was absolutely horrific, and I guarantee they didn't turn him into a woman. They killed him. They killed that man. That man, both of them men died. The two videos I saw, they both died. And it's horrible. It's sad. It shouldn't happen to anyone. There's better ways to kill people. And I honestly don't think they should be killed at all. At all. Even though they are like literal demons. But, you know, what? It's like if you had a demon come on your land, what are you going to do to it? You don't want to kill it. Let's say it's this magical thing. It could help us. It technically could help us. We have to imprison it. We have to force it to work for us. We can't let it break free. We can't let it take over. That's what extremist Islam is like. They are normal people just like any of us. And they can make great license plates in prison. They don't have to be killed. They don't have to be killed. It's evil. It's wrong. You'll get bad karma, maybe. You might get bad karma for that. You might end up, the next life, you might end up being born into a really bad family. Really, really, really dirty, bad, horrible people. And you might think what you're doing is okay. And you'll be punished. And it'll be the most excruciating thing ever. And you might sit there and think, if you remember your last life, you might sit there and think, oh, well, I guess I deserved it. If somehow you just automatically, as you're dying from the dog attack, you somehow remember your last life. Perfect timing. You might sit there and say, I deserve this because of what I did. But it's still going to be excruciatingly painful. And technically you wouldn't have deserved it because you were just some dumb animal from an animal family, an uncivilized home, where extremists practice their own beliefs and misinterpret stuff all the time. And I know there's quotes in the Quran that says kill all infidels and this and that, but that could have also been misinterpreted. For an example, there are occasions where I've said things like Islam needs to die. That is just a metaphor. That is just a metaphor. It doesn't mean all Muslims have to die. It just means the cult itself has to die. And I honestly believe that I honestly believe it a lot. I don't maybe believe it fully. Maybe it can change. It could get better. But as of right now, they're all extremists. They all they'll kill gays. They won't share their women with their brothers or their friends or anybody. They let everybody live alone, and it's evil. And then they kill when it says it's haram to kill. That's the biggest hypocritical thing you could ever do. It says it's haram to kill. You're not supposed to kill. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. So if it says somewhere else in your book to kill, it could just be a metaphor, and you misinterpreted the words. You're an extremist. You're just an extremist who doesn't know how to combat other beliefs the right way. And that's why your cult will never win, and they always get bombed. And people will have dogs literally rip their balls off. And it's horrific. It's painful. No one should have to go through this. The wars need to stop. We need to regreenify the desert. We need to regreenify that desert immediately. We need to save these people. We need to save all the slaves that have a chance to run away out of the concentration camps in places like Saudi Arabia that have literal detention camps all over the place, and there are women being enslaved and sexually tortured. And if we could regreenify that desert, they'd have a chance to escape and go to the nearest pond and hide out. That would give us enough time to rebuild the real belief system that Islam is, maybe. The Muslim women who refuse to get rid of Islam and know that Islam's being used by evil, they can fix it. They just have to be freed. They have to have a chance to repopulate and fight back against the extremists. We need more women, more gays that are Muslim to escape and be free and fight back. And I'm going to end it on that. Let's end all the wars. Let's end all of this violence. Let's instead imprison people. Imprison them if they are extremists. Force them to work if they are extremists. Or not literally force, but entice them to work. Make it so their lives would be a little better, or maybe even a lot better in that prison if they work. And I'm ending on that.